Hey everybody, take a breath. Thank you for being here. Take a breath and feel yourself, because that's your most direct route to happiness. I want to talk to you today about receiving. It's a beautiful idea that came to me over the course of several journalings and looking into what emotional processing really is and how it really works, looking into what connecting with our higher self really is, how it really works. I get more and more simple with my ideas as I go on. And this idea of receiving is kind of a simple way to understand what's happening. I was journaling, maybe the first time I was ever journaling from a sense of being connected with my higher self. And I asked the question, what is manifesting? I don't really get it. I don't define manifesting. And the answer that I got was, manifesting is lining up behind your heart and loving what comes. And there's a whole other audio I'll do about breaking that sentence down and actually how much is in that sentence. But really what it's speaking to is the idea of receiving. Because if you wanted to create something in your life and navigate to a certain reality that you would love to experience, you have to be able to receive that reality. You have to be able to allow that in. You have to receive not only that reality, but all the steps along the way to that. For example, let's say you want a whole lot of money. I'm just, it's an example. You want $1 million. Well, imagine right now receiving $1 million check. Just imagine yourself, someone just hands you $1 million check. No strings attached. Just gonna hand you $1 million. Just imagine that scenario for yourself right now. You have the check in your hand. Some people still write checks. So you have a check in your hand. How does that feel? Do you actually feel that you completely open and receiving to this? Do you actually feel like you're a 100% yes to this? Or is there some excitement there, but also some twinge in there? Like, ooh, what's this? What's happening? What am I going to do with this? Is this okay? What's your authentic, your real feeling if someone just hands you that? Maybe it's like relief at first. Oh, I'm going to be okay now. And then what comes after that? Okay, now I have the money. Now what? Oh man, I have to pay taxes on it. And people are going to take it. Yeah. What really comes? I'm just pointing out, just want to point you to, maybe even right now, the dreams you really want, you're not really fully willing to receive them. So how do you prepare yourself to really receive your dreams so they can come? This is part of energetically lining up with them, which then is going to allow you to act in certain ways that help them to come. It's going to allow you to have the conversations that help them to come. It's going to allow you to be in the state that moves you in the way that these things can come. So it's very practical, this receiving. And to prepare yourself to actually be able to receive everything that is what you really want, be able to receive what you really want, you need to be able to receive everything along the way. That's how we prepare for that. So that means starting with right now. Can you fully receive everything that's happening right now? That means, okay, so maybe you're listening to my words. Can you receive my words? Can you kind of just relax and let yourself receive them? Not kind of work hard to listen, but just receive my words. Can you receive the sense that you are hearing, that you're aware of the words? Can you receive this sense of awareness in your body? Can you receive it into your body? How is your life going right now? Whatever comes up, can you receive that? Can you receive all your emotions? This is the heart of emotional healing. This is the heart of emotional processing and the techniques that we teach and the spaces we hold for clients and what we bring them through. Whatever emotional processing technique you're using, like Havening, for example, which is the main one we use, if it's the core essence of it is receiving in your body whatever is arising. And so a lot of things are happening when you're truly receiving what's arising in you. First of all, you're taking the perspective of your higher self, which is the pure awareness that you are, being aware of everything arising. Your higher self is not resisting any experience. The awareness that you are is not resisting, it's not refusing to be aware of anything. It's just aware of everything. The part that refuses, the part that resists is our conditioned self. The conditioned part of us. And it's resisting. It doesn't want things. It doesn't want certain things. Things shouldn't be this way. I should be better. I should be different. Oh, I'm a failure. I shouldn't be that. So it's all this resistance. We can't receive even what's happening right now. We can't even receive what we feel. And when we can't receive, the energy doesn't move. And we stay stuck in the same place. We stay stuck in the same pattern. Receiving is movement. When you're able to receive something, it allows the next thing to come, and the next thing to come, and the next thing to come, all the way to what you would actually love to experience. You might need to receive some of your own triggers and the ways you're building resistance first. You might need to receive that. That might be actually your next step on the way to receiving what you love, because moving that resistance allows more of your energy to flow through, more of who you really are to show up. Changes what you see in the world, changes your perspectives in the world, changes what actions you take, what conversations you have, changes what happens, changes what you can receive. So this idea of receiving is a total energetic hack. Whatever shows up in your life, whatever is happening right now, can you receive it? And here's the thing. If it feels, we're talking about things that feel difficult and bad. Can you receive them so you make yourself more ready? Can you fully receive them so you make yourself more ready to receive what's next, what you would really love? Can you really receive the pattern that you're stuck in right now, which means seeing these thoughts, receiving them into your body with your heart? So like in doing that, you're actually forgiving them. You're actually loving them. You're actually being the awareness that allows them to transmute from pain into more power for you. That's what receiving is doing. Can you receive them fully? And it might not feel good, but can you receive that? Can you just receive that experience? Let that energy move through. It's like leaning back, getting really wide in yourself, really just opening to whatever is arising in you and receiving it. It's a leaning back. Instead of a pushing forward, instead of a fighting forward, and instead of a charging forward and this resistance. No, it's a leaning back and receiving whatever is here. By the way, when you receive whatever's arising in you that doesn't feel good, if you receive it fully and just let yourself feel it, maybe you need to shake, maybe you need to cry, but you receive it in you. Maybe you need to forgive a part of yourself. You receive it in you. Guess what? Insights will come, and you can also receive those. New ideas will come, and you also get to receive those. And maybe you receive enough of the feeling, and all of a sudden you feel a sense of peace or relief or more openness or freedom, or maybe even some joy comes in or some laughter comes in. Well, you get to receive that too. Receive that. Receive that. That's also part of it. And then maybe an idea for some action comes, some inspired action, some action you can take, like me doing this right now. I felt really inspired to do this and talk to this. And then you just let yourself receive that action, yourself receive the energy to do that action, and then you do it. We're starting to really get into a place of less effort because we're just receiving it and we're letting it come through. We're receiving. Your higher self knows exactly the exact path from where you are right now to what you would love to experience in your life, what you would love to create in your life and navigate to. So can you just receive? Can you trust its guidance and receive that? And that might mean going through some pain, receiving that, so that then you can receive the insights and actions on the other side of that pain and actually act in alignment with your higher self, moving yourself in the most direct path. It's all about receiving. I'm loving this concept. When I'm in the energy of this concept, I'm in such a relaxed, open energy for whatever's arising. Even when it's painful, even if it's a trigger, even if it's judgment. Oh man, I can just receive it. It's so freeing. And I know that in receiving it, I'm actually getting my power back because I'm acting like my higher self. And this thing that's stuck is moving and it doesn't need to be stuck anymore. And now that's my own energy returning to me that I can use to create what I really want. Just receiving it, receiving it, receiving it. I'm able to receive this moment. I'm able to receive what arises. I'm receiving it. And that means I get to receive also my dream coming toward me. I'm receiving it. I would love to hear how this idea plays for you, how this idea really feels for you. And you can always use that exercise that I shared in the beginning to really kick up the sense of, to really get into the sense of receiving actually what you really want and actually what arises in you. Can you receive that? Can you receive that and see that's your next step to receive on the way to what you want? Yeah, play with that. See how that goes for you. I think this could deserve a whole course on this, a whole mini course on this, on receiving. I might do that. It's an idea that's showing up right now. And in the meantime, play with this, have fun with this, see how this goes. Thank you for being you. You're the best at being you. Be you, the real you. That's what's going to create. That's what we need. That's what's going to turn this planet into the evidence of the highest good of all made manifest physically. Let's do it together. Thank you. Love you. Oh, as always, if you want help experiencing that, using this idea, talk to me. Book a call with me. We'll show you together. Thank you. Love you.